Welcome to Figure Feedback. My name is Jeremy, and in this video, I want to try to give you a little bit of an update about what's going on with the Flashforge Creator 5. That's their new 4-tool head printer and the pre-sale that was supposed to happen on March the 17th, but of course that day is come and gone, and the pre-sale didn't happen. If you try to go to the launch page where it was originally hosted, it's been taken down. You'll just get a 404 error. Now, if you're just not familiar with any of this at all, basically what's going on here is Flashforge was going to be accepting $10 deposits for that printer. And in exchange for that $10, you would get a discount off the MSRP for the Creator 5. And if 2,000 people decided to support the printer and put down a $10 deposit, it would bring the price down for everybody in that pool to $649, which is a very, very tempting price for a tool changing 3D printer that has a build volume of 256 millimeters cubed. But since that pre-sale did not happen, I was curious. So I asked one of my contacts at Flashforge, what can you tell me? What's going on? What happened here? And basically all they told me was, yeah, it has been delayed by about a day or two, and that they would give me more information about that and what happened if and when they're able. Now, I know that that doesn't give you a whole lot to chew on, but I did just want to give you an update on what I was told was going on with that. And at this point, we just have to wait and just see when it actually happens. So as of right now, there's no firm date, at least not publicly, for when that's going to come back. But I'm just going to do my best and keep on checking and keep on checking so that when I see that that link is working again, I'll just put up a community post or something like that just to let people know, hey, now is the time. Now you can go check it out. But since that is thin on information, I do still want to give you some more information about things that I have not said before about the Creator 5. Now, currently, Flashforge is over at TCT Asia, which is this additive manufacturing convention where 3D printing manufacturers are there, and basically anyone who's in the field of additive manufacturing, or they're showing off their wares, and Flashforge is no different. And from there are some short videos that are coming out from different people showing things such as the Creator 5 in action. They also have the Creator 5 Pro there as well as some other things I'm going to tell you about in this video. I've got my hands on some official information that I don't, this isn't like leaks or anything like that, because at that show they've got brochures, they've got reps, people are talking, stuff is just out there, it's public now. So I'm going to tell you some things about the Creator 5 and the Creator 5 Pro and some of their other things here as well. Put some pictures on the screen so you can see them. So about the Creator 5 here, like I already said, 256 millimeters cubed. But if you were curious about the dimensions of the printer, in case you have a space and you want to know whether or not you can fit it in there, you should know that the dimensions with the spool holders and the guide tubes attached is going to be 520 millimeters by 443 millimeters by 710 millimeters. And if you want to know the dimensions that exclude the spool holders and exclude the guide tubes, then it goes down to 436 millimeters by 432 by 480 millimeters. We know that the print speed is 600 millimeters per second with a 30,000 millimeters per second cubed acceleration. And the maximum extruder temperature is going to be 320 degrees Celsius. That will allow it to support filaments according to Flashforge, such as PLA, PETG. They put PETG Pro. I'm not sure. Maybe that's like their own personal brand, but TPU, PLA carbon fiber, PETG or PETG carbon fiber, PA carbon fiber, which is nylon, PET carbon fiber, and PAHT carbon fiber. We're going to have connectivity through Ethernet. It has an Ethernet port. That's good. Wi-Fi as well as USB. The operating temperature is going to be between 10 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. And the maximum wattage that it's going to be able to put out is 700 watts. It will use Flash Studio as the proprietary slicer, I guess. And maybe saying proprietary isn't like the right word to use, but Flash Studio is going to be a slicer that you can use with it. And I think that's going to take the place of Orca Flashforge. The maximum bed temperature is 120 degrees Celsius, and the touchscreen is now a 4-inch capacitive touchscreen. So it's not going to be resistive anymore. It is a capacitive touchscreen, and that is great. Now, moving over to some other features here, um, it is going to be compatible with both Windows and Mac operating systems. Orca Slicer is listed as being compatible with this as well, so you don't have to use Flash Studio. You can still use Orca Slicer. Flashforge says that these have a quick swap nozzle that takes about 30 seconds to change. And of course, as far as all the auto stuff goes, auto leveling, it has full auto multi-extruder offset calibration, vibration compensation, dynamic flow compensation or calibration, extruder pickup detection, filament runout detection, power loss recovery, nozzle clog detection, filament tangle detection, and it is also capable of spaghetti detection, but they say that that's expandable. I don't know if that means it requires a piece of hardware that you have to install or some other type of software that you have to plug it into, but it's listed as expandable. It also has auto shutdown, but since there's no door because it's not enclosed, it does not have the door open detection that the Creator 5 Pro is going to have. Now, also interesting here is they have it down as having a camera and lighting and capable of time-lapse video. I haven't seen enough videos to know if that lighting and the camera is already built into the printer. It would be great if it was, or if you could just go out and buy another camera either from them or some other type of third party that you would have to connect yourself, just like you would do with the 85X or the Adventure 5M. So I'm not too sure about that, but we at least know that there is functionality within the printer so that you can use a camera and so that you can have some lighting as well. And there's no air filtration because it is an open frame. Now, going down to the Creator 5 Pro looks just like the Creator 5, except it's got that big old hat on top. It's got the dome, which is something that we've seen a lot of these days. Even the Snapmaker U1, either through the official enclosure or a DIY enclosure, is going to have that big dome on top. The Centauri Carbon 2 has the big dome on top. Everything's got the big dome because you got to account for those big loopy cables. So that's something that we have to deal with. Now, because of that, the dimensions of it are going to be pretty much the same, but you might have to give yourself just a little bit more room up top so that you'll be able to clear that dome. All right, but it still has the exact same speeds. The extruder temperature is all the same, but of course the supported filaments are going to be different because it is enclosed. So it's going to open it up to ABS, ASA, and like regular nylon, and also polycarbonate. And you also have PPS carbon fiber, basically your engineering grade materials. Those are going to be more compatible with this printer, which also has a heated chamber that can go up to 65 degrees Celsius. All right. And that heating is going to increase the maximum amount of wattage that it's able to put out. So it goes from 700 watts for the Creator 5 up to 1200 watts for the Creator 5 Pro with this max bed temperature of 120 degrees Celsius as well. And it still has the same 4-inch capacitive touchscreen. It has all of the same auto everything that I mentioned before, but it also has adaptive air circulation. As an adaptive air circulation system, it has a HEPA 13 with activated carbon air filtration system as well. So that's great. And then you got that door open detection. And then it's also listed as having that expandable spaghetti detection. So I'm thinking maybe that's probably the software-based third-party thing now that I remember and thinking about it from the previous video that they had mentioned on the launch page for the Creator 5. So we'll need to await more details about that. But it also has a listed here as being compatible with the camera and lighting and time-lapse video as well. So basically it's the same thing as the Creator 5 except it's enclosed, so it gives you more options for your engineering filaments and the necessary filtration and in order to print those successfully and try to keep things as healthy as possible, I guess, for you and everyone around you. Now, what you'll also see at TCT Asia is this new filament dryer that Flashforge has that is called VDS. Okay, I don't know what it stands for, but it's VDS. It is a it has dual independent chambers and synchronized dual temperature printing. You can print while drying, that is supported. It goes up to 85 degrees Celsius for its drying temperature and has intelligent dehumidification, and you can control it both locally or you can implement network control for this filament dryer. The dimensions on this is going to be 400 millimeters by 279 millimeters by 247 millimeters, and it will hold 4 spools. The supported filament diameter is going to be 1.75 millimeters and 2.85 millimeters as well. And the filaments that are supported includes our old favorites, PLA, PETG, ABS, and you can also do TPU, polycarbonate, nylon, and fiber reinforced filament. So you can print or you can dry a lot of things at 85 degrees Celsius. Now, it also says that it's compatible with all printers, but it doesn't specify which printers, maybe all the way back to the 5M, maybe. And also it says FlashForge Multi-Extruder Series Communication Compatible. All right, so that's something else that we need to learn more about here. The maximum wattage that this is going to put out is 530 watts. It has an LED touchscreen display, and it dries the filament using a 360-degree wraparound air circulation. Um, when you're not drying it, it can be sealed so that you can store your dried filament inside there. It has active dehumidification. It does not have auto filament feeding, so the printer itself will have to take care of that for you. And like I said, has local temperature and humidity control, one-touch drying, and over temperature protection. Here's a picture of this working with the Creator 5 Pro if you want to get an idea of what it would look like when you were using this dryer alongside with the printer. No pricing on any of this yet, but I just want to let you know that it does exist and they are showing it off. Now, last but not least, we've got something that's just come back from the past. I was wondering what happened to this. This is the CJ270. It is their desktop full color 3D printer. Now, this is something I think can be a challenger to that Make E1, that UV printer that looks really, really awesome. In Flashforge, when they were showing this, it was supposed to be like this very affordable for what it is kind of a system. We've seen some results of what this can do like last year, but haven't actually seen it in action. But they brought it back. It's on the show floor. So if you're interested in this kind of a thing, this is a multi-jet printing platform. Okay, so MJP, its dimensions are 180 by 120 by 100. All right, and it has a 7 micron layer thickness, and it also has an activated carbon filter. It uses water soluble support materials, so you can remove those supports. And it also will give you the option to use an ultrasonic cleaner and polishing and coating kits. And it supports materials such as CMYK white, clear, and like I said, water soluble support. So I really want to see this in action because I know that the Eufy Make E1 is just so freaking amazing. And it's great to have something like that you can actually have inside of your house. This is something that I think won't really be for like regular consumer type folks. I think it's still going to be up there in price, but for what it should be affordable for the type of environment, businessy type of environment that it's meant to be in, unless they've changed this completely and just made it more accessible to everybody. So that is all of the information that I currently have for the Creator 5, Creator 5 Pro, and their new desktop full color 3D printer. And you can see how some of the UV curable resin that they have, how that's going to look. But really the main thing here is, I'm sure the reason why a lot of you are even here, because you want to know what's going on with the Creator 5 Pro. and the regular Creator 5. So hopefully they can get those that launch page back up so that you can throw down that $10 deposit if you want. And you know, I totally understand that when things like this happen, it starts to hurt your confidence in the product. So hopefully Flashforge will understand that and communicate a little bit better, just to, you know, ease the minds of the consumer so that they can do what they wanted to do in the beginning, and that's support the products. All right. So that's going to do it for now. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon.